another Zwift video. I haven't done one for a while because I've been just far too busy. But I'm just about to start a workout, and before I start that workout, which I'll be featuring later in the video, I'm going to tell you about an awesome piece of kit I've bought, which is the Aftershokz Blue 2 S's. They are amazing. They work by bone conductivity, so you just shove them on like this. I've tried them running as well, and they really work running. So they don't go in the ear, and the sound is just fantastic. There are some complaints that the bass isn't good, but for me, they work really well. So I listen to Spotify when I'm on Zwift. I've got my own playlist, or I select some of their own playlists, and it's great. You can also use them for TeamSpeak, so you can talk over your mobile phone with these things. So for TeamSpeak, if you're on Zwift, you can chat along and talk to your mates using the TeamSpeak app. So they are incredible. They're about 80 quid and well worth the money. So anyway, off to the workout. I'm just about to start. Okay, so workout's been going for a while now in Zwift and been updated quite a bit. Here I am, I've selected a workout. This one is from the list of predetermined workouts on Zwift, and I've chosen Dynamic TT. And to be perfectly honest, when I started this, I'd come off a really hard week of training and I was about to come down with a stomach bug. No excuses, but I was pants. But anyway, as you can see on the left hand side, what I'd really recommend is that you have a good look at what the sessions are if you choose one of the predetermined workouts, just so you know what you're expecting, particularly if you're in erg mode using a smart trainer. Now, what does that mean? That means that the Zwift, the program, is controlling the resistance on your smart trainer. So in this session, for example, I would be going along at a percentage of my FTP, my functional threshold power, which is another subject altogether. Anyway, but what you do is, let's say, for example, you're doing 520 watts, and then the so-called recovery period would be 320 watts, and so forth. If I hadn't have read that before I started, it comes as a real shock. Now, just something to bear in mind, on my Cyclops Powerbeam Pro, I do have some erg mode issues, and I tend to click it off, so it means me controlling the power, which means even more concentration. So on the left you can see all the sessions, and as you go through it tells you if you're perfect or if you failed a particular session, wherever. Top bit is tells you the starting watts. Starting watts on this is 140, and then it progressively goes up during the workout period, and that's generally how it goes. And what I'll show you is me going through a little workout hoop at the end of a segment, and then I'll go through to the more important part, which is making a workout for yourself, which is one of the latest creation tools that's been added to Zwift of late. I'm just going over finishing the warm-up there, and you can see moving into the second segment of this workout. What is obvious now on Zwift, looking at the right hand side of the screen regularly when I'm on, is the great proportion of riders, the greatest proportion of riders that I see riding Zwift, and also confirmed by a Twitter poll I saw recently with Zwift, using the program, are using it in workout mode. It's phenomenal, you know, and brilliant. And having those predetermined programs you can go on, for example, Hunters, or one of the time trial building programs, or an FTP builder, all those sort of stuff that's on there is just great, and takes a lot of the thinking out of your training, particularly in the winter months and places like here and over in the UK. So the big thing is creating your own workout now with the latest updates and little bug fixes. And what I'm going to do now is take you through how to create your own workout. So you might have some favourites. You might have been doing them for years. You might have done the old Pete Reed turbo training manual donkeys years ago, and you might like those sessions, and you might want to have them in Zwift. So that's what I'm going to do, and so just hang on a sec. So this is workout mode. So what you could do is log on to Zwift. Let's say you've got some spare time and you've got a laptop on your knee, you're in normal clothes, not in your cycling gear, and you're not connected to an amp plus dongle. So just click on bottom right hand, just watching, press E for echo on your keyboard, and it will take you into this create workout screen. You can see those are all the preset workouts. Scroll down, create your own workout, click on there, and you've got all the building blocks. So it's a bit like Lego really, but even more fun, and even more sweaty later on. and hopefully you don't need glue while you're doing it. So they're putting a warm-up, and what I'm going to do on this one is an interval session, probably about 10 intervals of 30 seconds with 1 minute breaks. I particularly like this session. I'm not a good sprinter, so therefore I need to work out on sprinting, particularly as I'm getting older, and my maximum power is dropping, probably through neglect as much as anything else. So anyway, to do that, what I've done there, you can see, is I've put in a little session, which is just a little quick minute recovery after the warm-up, because I'm going to be hitting, for me, some big watts repeatedly. So I just need to come down from the warm-up wattage and give myself a bit of a breather before I hit them. So drag across, drop in some intervals. It does 4 as default. I'm going to alter the default. You can see at the bottom of it says display watts there. You can alter that to percentage of FTP as well. So watts for now, I'm going to put those at 30 seconds at 600 watts with some recoveries of 140 watts for 1 minute between those interval blocks. And then what I'll have to do is drag some more intervals down to create the entire session. So you just click on the little block. You see those little grey blocks come up. That's grey is usually a recovery period. You can either drag them to make them longer and shorter, pull them up, or you just click on those little like spaceships that appear, and or giant pills, more appropriately for cycling, and you just type in and alter the decimal figure that you need. And this is just me creating it and making probably a little bit of slight hash of it. So there you go. So I'm dragging another block in again. Do the same again, and you just carry on with the process. It's really simple and rather intuitive. Really, it's fantastic. I'll do some other playing about in a sec as well. What I'll do is I'll alter the display watts to FTP. So it's another way of doing it. So if you worked out your FTP, you've registered in Zwift. So what you can do is you can say, I want to do an interval at 150% of my FTP, 125, 200, or whatever, rather than just watts. It depends what you want. You want to put the watts thing in to try it that way. Remember, when you've created this and you log into Zwift and you select it as a workout, you'll be given that choice of erg mode or not. Erg mode will be a little, should be default, but you'll see a little grey circle with an orange blob in it. That's what it usually looks like to me. You can take that out if you're using a smart trainer and you want to control the wattage yourself by powering on. I haven't tried this, but what I think personally is if you're going to do that, you need to go into your settings as well on Zwift and put the smart trainer replication down to 0, so the course feels the same all the way around. You don't feel the hills. So you can, if you want to whack out 300 watts range, you just whack out 300 watts. Obviously, if you click ergo mode, then it's going to control the trainer for you and takes all that out of it. But sometimes a bit of a shock when you come down from a bit of an interval and you don't want to do the wattage that the workout wants you to do, and you want to take it slightly easier, then you have that control yourself if you haven't got erg mode. So you can see what I've done there. I've given it a name. I've put a tag in. I've also done at the end, after the final recovery, I've done the warm down, really just this free ride, so I can just carry on riding for Zwift for a certain period of time, and I can decide what wattage I want to do during that period depending on how I feel, and just have the cool down that I want. I'm just going to drop that in the bin now, and it just gives you a demonstration how you can delete stuff if you don't like it in the workout. And there you go. I've put something else in there, which is an extra intervals, because this is done in blocks of 4 and I need 10, and I noticed I only created 8. So what you do, once again, you can put in a zone 6 interval, alter the duration 30 seconds, alter the duration to 30 seconds, and you put the wattage in, which I've done. As you can see, I had clicked the percentage of FTP, so it shows it 187%. My eyes aren't that brilliant. I haven't gotten off someone doing this. So yeah, it's a bit of a worrying sign, isn't it? Done that on there, and so forth. It's so simple. It's incredible. Remember, what you can do is you can share these workouts as well by going into your Zwift documents folder and activities or workouts, and send this file to other people. and they can drop it into their own file on their own machine and do your workouts, which is brilliant. So it's completely democratized the workouts, and say you can build all those old favorites that you've done for years and years. So that's it. That's workout mode more or less done. So I've just skipped a little bit now to save boredom on your part. So there I've got my 10 intervals. Get everything in there. I've saved my workout. I've given it a name. And how do I give it a name? Go to the top of that screen. You can see where it says new workout. Click in there, and I'll give it some incredible moniker, like 30-second workout, 1 minute breaks or something like that. So there you go, put that in. Save that. Say if you feel really fit, do one of those sessions, 20 intervals. That's the real tester, but probably something to build up to. And particularly after Christmas pudding and Christmas cake when this was recorded. And that's it. It's all done. And I'm just watching somebody now riding on Zwift. So I hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, comments, feedback, please give. And actually, if you want to subscribe, even better. And I hope to do quite a few more coming up. Take care. Enjoy. Ride on.
Ride on!